Okay, this is a short video on a big subject. But anyway, these are jewel orchids. Let's see. And it's like not this one, certainly. But these are all jewel orchids are a group of I'm going to say somewhat primitive, generally terrestrial orchids, forest floor, tropical. Mountain, subtropical. I actually found some that grew out in Florida, and specifically this one right here. This is actually in this one. I don't know if the iridescence shows, but anyway, they have little the cells have little projections, so you can actually do some good foliar feeding. But anyway, most of the jewel orchids you might have heard of are Ludisia discolor. Actually, variety Darwiniana has about 5 to 7 veins. Burgundy, vaguely like this. And this is actually right over here. This is Ludisia discolor alba, probably more accurately called Ludisia alba, but it does cross with Ludisia discolor. If you consider that a single species in the varieties of, this is a variety that doesn't have the burgundy on it. This is what I mean by burgundy color. But anyway, it actually gets really large. It's focusing on my... Anyway, it's fairly large, so it's certainly going to outgrow here. And ditto with, well, actually most of these. Some of these won't, but most of these will. So anyway, this is Macodes petola. Just absolutely one of the easier and very much of a delight. Some of these, like this one, and these, even this one, are hybrids, and I'm not going to go into that necessarily. They can cross, but they're generally not fertile. That's a poor Nepenthes. But anyway, that's a delight. Southeast Asia. I think this is maybe a little further north. And this is Dossinia marmorata, variety dayii. It's actually Dossinia marmorata generally has kind of like a Persian carpet sort of look about it. So this is actually a lot blander, and that's native to Borneo, limestone cliffs. Philippines, so more tropical. This is Anoectochilus roxburghii, not roxburghii, Raingreen. I wish I had a roxburghii. Long story. But anywho's, Himalayan ones are absolutely gorgeous in roxburghii. But anyway, this is a tropical one, and this is Anoectochilus formosa. So it's native to Taiwan and parts of China, used as food. It's supposed to have magical properties, so it's being driven to extinction, dare I say. Over here on the side is one of my favorites, Macodes sanderiana. And if you look a little bit close there, see there's little wavy margins there. That's one of the characteristics. And actually, it's kind of a clear margin around the leaf. It's going to be fairly large, and it's just the leaves. As time goes on and light changes and stuff like that, they'll develop all sorts of interesting colors. They don't get terribly large. And all the flowers are really minuscule and often resemble insects. But anyway, I grow them with a variety of things. And over here in the larger terrarium, see one with some, this is much brighter light. You see a larger Macodes petola sanderiana right there. Then even some Ludisia discolor alba down there. And that's a selection, so it has more prominent veins on it. But you can see the margins are very wavy on that one. And it's grown. Growing in sphagnum, I believe. You can grow them in sphagnum. You can grow them in houseplant and soil. I grow them with my paphiopedilums. And other things, I mean, some dens and stuff like that. But anyway, they can be grown with paphiopedilums. They're actually grown with paphiopedilums often in their native environment. High humidity, good light, but not burning or anything like that. So your pleurophthalus maybe, and some of your other ones, other cloud forest orchids might do fairly well. I find they like fairly chilly temperatures. So above 80, they don't enjoy that so much. Maybe the tropical ones, like Goodyear hispidum, which I wish I had. Again, I lost a bunch. Anyway, you can see it's growing with pleurophthalus right now, and a few other things. So, say Dossinia, hiding under a pleurophthalus. So, but anyway, I thought I'd do that. A couple of notes on this beautiful group of orchids, and they do not behave like orchids. They behave maybe more like geraniums, in that they grow stems, and you can actually pinch the stem and make more of them. So.